Hi guys, how are you today? It's Dagmara here. Great to meet you. So today is a Sunday bookworm, right? And I'm going to recommend you a book again. During our last survey on our group, I asked you what books you want me to recommend to you. And you mentioned specifically employer branding or branding and books in a psychology field. So I have something for both. Um, to make it more fun, I did a short presentation about the book because this helped me to gather some thoughts on it. There is so much information in these books, and there are 22 chapters. So I could talk an hours and hours about it, and I just don't want to bore you to death, guys. So yeah, the book is great because it's not a theoretical book, as you will see. It's called Brand Thinking and was written by Debbie Millman. And she is a visionary designer. And she's also into human nature and behavior. So there is so much to that. The book is not directly related to employer branding or HR, but it's a great guide for everyone who works in communication or maybe whose jobs is to attract, engage, and retain people in the company or organization. So why the book is so great? I think it's about the form. Because it's in the form of very interesting conversations with expert and practitioners in the field of marketing and in the field of branding, psychology and anthropology. So as I mentioned before, there is not a lot of theory, although they have their own theory and concepts, but they always show you them in terms of their work. They show what they did to prove the theory. So it's actually not very theoretical. It's based on real life case studies, and it's shown by the eyes of the people that are behind the success of such brands like Nike, Apple, Metallica, or Coca-Cola. So they share useful and relevant case studies. There's no chit chat. It's all solid knowledge. I'm sure you will love it. So who is Debbie Millman talking to? You see here names, certain names. Some of them probably you know, some of them probably not. I didn't know many of them, but of course I knew Malcolm Gladwell. If you didn't read the book Blink, it's definitely something to recommend to you. It's related to psychology, human nature, and marketing, and human resources. Then she talks to Seth Godin or Wally Ollins, who is the godfather of modern branding, or very interesting Cheryl Swanson, from branding company based in New York, Tonic. So there are so many great people, and the conversation it's really interesting, and it's very in depth. So if you don't know this name, definitely Google them and discover great books they wrote, stunning speeches they gave on TEDx, and awesome brand they actually stand behind. Uh, so um, So today I will be sharing with you 3 keynotes because, as I mentioned, the book is it's pretty thick, and there is a lot of information. But I wanted to focus on 3 most important points. Okay, we hate these people that spoil the movies for us, and I don't want to be this kind of people. So I want you to have fun and discover this book in your own way. My first keynote about this book would be a quote, but watch out, this quote is not from the book, okay? It's just a quote I know, and I think it's very relevant to what I found out myself in this book. And the quote is about the fact that marketing is so important now and so complex that it cannot be left to marketers, right? That to get the seamless experience of users, because we know that users now can learn about our company from social media, from many different touch points. They can just read and the reviews and contact with us. They see billboards. So there's many different channels they get to know our brand, right? So to make this experience seamless and very consistent, all employees in the company, from store clerks to phone center representative, IT, etc., including marketing, they need to share a common vision. This is something that I thought reading this book. And this is the question also to you. Do you cooperate with other folks in your company in terms of workload? Not just speaking about their feedback and, you know, trying to retain them or engage, but do you really cooperate with them? If not, read the book, learn how other companies, they do that. And please start doing that, because this will help you big time. So, you know, the thing is here to just to sum up this keynote number one, even though if you might think you are not related to other folks in your company, just stop thinking that. Because you share a common vision, it's better to work on it together and be really engaged to convey the message further, right? Otherwise, it won't be very relevant, and it won't be very authentic. And so I think it's also about leadership, and this book will teach you about some leadership techniques as well. Second keynote. So I would say the second point that links many different chapters in this book. It's about branding, and it's about perceiving brand as a tribe or even religion. So it's such an extraordinary concept to me. I've read about it before, but only this book, Brand Thinking, showed the practical aspect of building a branding as a tribe of people to attract, engage them, and it shows a lot of case study how to do that. So this is brilliant part. This is also pretty shocking part, because here, you know, many marketers, they talk about brand as a new religion. So then it poses many questions about the condition of a human being, human nature and behavior, which could be also kind of pessimistic, but you know, it makes you think a lot. Okay, so keynote number 3. This time is all about communication in branding, but I think it's mostly about visual communication. Why is so important? So even if you think that, you know, I'm not illustrator, I'm not going to create design myself, I have people to do that in my company, that's not the point. Don't label yourself. The point is to open yourself to new possibilities, to learn new things, to use better tools, to be more brave and creative in how you communicate with your potential candidates on a daily basis, or maybe if you want to prepare a bigger campaign to attract new candidates, you will be better prepared for that if you have this foundation in visual thinking and in visual communication. So again, this book, it's not only for marketers and branding managers and designers. It's just a great inspiration for every people that work in communication. There are so many elements teaching you what's a good brand, what's a bad brand, how to share a common vision, how to cooperate with folks and share this common vision and value. So it's actually all about employer branding. just it has this design twist on it. I'm sure that this book will inspire you to research more on the subject of employer branding and building communities and cooperating with other departments. So read it, have fun, and let me know if you have any questions. I wish you guys wonderful, wonderful Sunday, and hopefully hearing from you in our group. Take care.